Victorious J. Thank you so much for tuning in for today's video. I'm just gonna give, and I forgot it, I'm gonna have to go get it. Give me. You sit right there. While I'm away, you go subscribe, but I'm gonna be right back, okay? I'm gonna be right back. All right, y'all, so I am back. And what I wanted to talk to you today about is the care of my piercing. So I got my nose pierced, I believe it was like April 24th or something like that. It was like one of the last Sundays of the month. And if you follow my if you subscribe to me, you would have known that I actually did one of my first vlogs. Say hey, Ivory.
Hey.
I did one of my first vlogs, and in my vlog I was actually able to get my nose pierced. It was something I've been wanting to do for quite some time, and something that I wanted to do, but I wasn't sure like how professional it would look and things of that nature, and the fact that it was gonna hurt, okay? So anyway, I was able to do that, and in doing so, I'll probably insert some footage or something like that, but meanwhile I want you to go actually look at it too, okay? So anyway, I was able to get that done, and the place that I looked up, it was so cool because I looked up, I was just randomly eating, like I say in my vlog, and I was like, I think I'm gonna get my nose pierced today. And so very random, and I did it, and I'm very pleased. They were very professional, very clean, very informative, because I told them I wanted something small. I will have, dog, I left it in there. I'll have like the gauges and things. Let me go get it. Back. I left the let me see, the care instructions are actually, because technically it's been about a month, like probably right at a month now. It was on the 25th. It's been a month. Today's the 25th of May that I'm filming this. So it's been a month, okay? And technically, there are instructions here. I had a 18 gauge. I think the bigger the number, the smaller it is. If I'm not mistaken, if I am, please correct me. But I had the titanium jewelry. Bye. All right, so my son, boy, I tell you. So his name was Matt. He's very sweet, and I had saw good reviews about this particular one while I was eating, and I was like, okay, cool, because if I'm not doing it today, it's just not gonna get done, period. My first experience, I was trying to do it on my lunch break. The line was too long, and then other times, I think when I was trying to go with my siblings, due to Corona, you can only have one person in there at a time, and I wanted her to hold my hand, okay, because they have the, oh my goodness, I can't even think of it. They have the, what do they have? The hook here. Oh my God, I'm blanking out. Anyway, they have piercings, okay? And so anyway, I just want to give a couple, like an update on what I've been doing to take care of mine. And besides prayer, okay, and a little fasting. No, I ain't fast, but I did pray to make sure that I didn't get any like keloids and things of that nature, because I looked up all that stuff after the fact. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I want to see if there is something that I can do or not do to make sure that this heals the way that it's supposed to do. And pretty much they told me there that just don't touch it. Like, don't touch it. When you do have to clean it, make sure that your hands are clean. Don't go in there and twisting stuff and, you know, having things, because what happens is the things that you may be washing your face with or something like that, if it gets inside of the piercing, then that is what can cause the irritation and things of that nature for it to not heal the way that it's supposed to. So the stuff that I bought from them, it was $10, and I did have to pay it separately. The piercing itself was actually $50 a piece. So yeah, I did take, it was $100. Because I have something in mind and what I want, and I probably, if I have the picture still, I'll insert it. If not, go watch my vlog and you'll see it. And I'll make sure that I link it. But I did the piercing Aftercare Fine Mist, and this is by Neomed, I suppose. This is the wound wash, and it is sterile. isotonic saline solution. Okay, so this is what I did, and I didn't notice at first, and it does have like the little nozzle spray. I still have quite a few, have a lot of pumps in here left, but it is a mist. Okay, so when it comes out, it's like how you would spray your nose if you having like nasal congestion or something. You spray it, you hold one nostril if you need to. I'm a pro now, because at first, y'all, if I can, I'll insert some footage, because I could not do it. I was like, this is for the birds. So I was able to like spray it or whatever and just kind of like let it drip down. You actually fan it dry. You don't do all that wiping and stuff. I actually don't even really clean it. I just make sure that the crusties are not on there. Like I say, you can kind of see it now. And this is actually my first time wearing makeup. So I haven't worn makeup in at least 30 days, okay? Now that I wear makeup a lot anyway, because I just started back going to church, and even for work, because we were masked, I don't have the time. But yeah, it's starting to look really, really good. Now, around this area here, oh, my skin looks so good. Around this area here, I did get to experience a lot of dryness. And it could have been because of, just fanning it dry, after spraying this. Typically, they say when I was there to do it maybe about 4 to 5 times a day. But when I was doing research on like online, and be careful what you research, because the older videos out there that do a sea salt rinse, and you just kind of this guy that I was watching, he was like, get and he all decked out, okay? He was like, get a gallon of water, you put certain amount of sea salt with the combination in order to like put it in a shot glass of some sort, or a coffee mug or something, and you dip your nose in there, and you do it for like 7 to 15 minutes that he recommended. And I got so nervous, because I'm just like, oh my God, do I have to do this? Do I have to do that? All he told me was just do this, and I'm good. Because I bought this on their premises, because I knew that I wasn't going to stop and go to Walmart and go get it or whatever. So I think after I got home, probably about 4 or 5 that evening, I went ahead and sprayed it. And then I think I did it another time before I went to bed. And probably another time to be safe, because I go to bed late. So I probably did it 3 times that night. But anyway, and you just let it fan dry. It was recommended that I only did that I only kind of like not wipe it, but rinse it once a day. So like in the mornings when I wash my face, that's when I typically like wash my nose as well. Like even in the shower, I don't let the water run on my face. Too scared for that. And I was just like, I just kind of like you teaching someone to swim, you put the water over your nose in the faucet, just kind of let it run. That's what I do personally, to just make sure that it does what it's supposed to do. Like I said, no, I don't have anything bad to say. Like, I'm so excited, because like I said, I want to, whenever it's ready to heal, I want to switch it out and put my little hoop in there, and this about each. Okay, so anyway, the instructions on here, I do have like, basically, do not touch your piercing, run lukewarm over your piercing once a day, you spray with saline, and you fan dry, leave it alone. I did have some crusties around it, and I think I did have some footage when it first happened, to where I did have a little blood around it as well. But it's healing very, very nicely. And it's so funny, because I'll be doing something, I'm like, oh my God, I got something in my nose. Oh, speaking of, I had something in my nose. Speaking of, the boogers are unreal, okay? TMI, but they are. So I was like, God, no. So I have a habit of, when you got something up there, you try to get it out, right? You wash your hands and move forward, okay? But in this nose, I was scared to do all of that. Like, how do you sneeze? Stuff like you can still do all this stuff. You can still sneeze. You can still blow your nose, because I'm the type of person that if I get a shot, like, I act like that whole arm is just paralyzed. So even with my nose, I was just like like I act like I couldn't move. But even sleeping, I was fine. There was like, I can't even explain the pain. Like, you felt it in that moment, but then after that, like, it was okay. Like, if I can give it a rating, maybe a 7 out of 10, 6 or 7 out of 10. And I don't even necessarily have a high tolerance for pain, I guess. But anyway, I did tear up just a little bit, just a little. But as far as that, there are the weeks on here. Let's see, 1 to 2 weeks, it'll be inflamed. The swelling, redness, bleeding is totally normal. Within the 3rd to 4th week of healing, which is kind of like where I am, you can see yellow crusties form, do not touch. And I didn't touch it. But what I did, I know it's a no-no, but what I did was, because of how mine is laid. Jesus, I can't talk. Like I said, here I got some, and don't judge me, but I got this shea butter, and I actually put it around my piercing. I put it around it, not on it. I put it around it to where it could heal, and I think one guy I was listening to, he said like I'm gonna say it wrong, but the Jehovah, that oil, okay, or castor oil or something like that, some type of oil that you could possibly do as well around it just to help it. But like I said, this is what I had and this is what I used, just kind of doing around it, because right here is where it started to get, like I said, get a little patchy in between it as well a little bit. However, don't do as I do, but I was able to take, like, the guy recommended this, and this is what I did at first. He said you take like a piece of paper, like a paper towel, and you would just kind of like fold it to where you get like the edge there, and you can get around it to where if you use cotton balls or Q-tips, it's going to catch, okay, it's going to catch the piercing, and that's not what you want. And that's how things start to get into it, like bacteria and stuff like that, from things catching it, and that's how it can cause things to happen. So that's what you don't want to do. So like I said, for me personally, I took some tweezers after a while, okay? After a while, and I began to see that it lifted, and I would kind of help it, and then I would take it and I would just kind of peel it, upward or whatever way it was going. But it wasn't like I was digging in there and twisting in the turn, like they say don't do that. So I'm not doing that. And did I read it all? Okay, that's the 34th week. So 56th week, which will be my upcoming weeks, it's a matured piercing to where redness should be nearly gone, maintain cleaning. And by week 7 and up, I can downsize, come in for a quick checkup, and all healing times may vary. So I won't be doing that. However, I probably will be going back to make sure that everything is looking okay and healing correctly. Even my sister, I think she said when she tried to take hers out or something too soon, that it started to keloid, and that's not what I want. I do not want that. So if I need to keep this in to October, November, so be it, okay? And then later on, I'll be able to, change it out to what I want to. And I'm gonna ask them if they can change it out for me, to be honest, because they're just so nice, and I don't want to do all of that. I just don't. So anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. But that's pretty much how my experience went. Like I said, I'm about 30 days in. I'm trying to get this video out so it can kind of be around that time frame. But anyway, other than that, I think that's about it. If you have any other questions, let me know. Just some things that I was doing for mine, and just be careful what research that you do on YouTube, because there were those that were cleaning it and twisting it, and it just looked a little suspect. A lot of them were using the what is that, Cetaphil, cleaner and cleanser, even though it's very gentle. Like, still be careful. Like, even when I take my makeup off and stuff, like I said, this is my first time doing it. I wanted to film me doing it, but it actually came out pretty decent. Like, you can't really tell I don't have like makeup like right there. So I'm very proud of myself. But anyway, like, even when I take it off, what I'll probably end up doing, unless I'm sleeping in it, but don't do that. What I did was probably just take a makeup wipe and just go around it. So I have been very conscientious in making sure that I do not bump it or anything. I do have a little one, and sometimes his arms get to swelling, but he was okay. Like, I think I've had one experience with him, and I just had to sit him in the corner because I didn't want to I didn't want to retaliate, because it was still it was still a little sore, but I'm not experiencing any soreness now or anything like that. Every now and then it will have like a little throb, but the throb would be on a scale of 1 to 2 out of a 5, you know, like just to know that it's there. But I haven't had anything like that, honestly. Like my experience, thank God, has been good. Like I said, I prayed and went on because I was just like, this is something that I really want to do, but I didn't want the consequences of, you know, something happening too, because this is something that I wanted. So anyway, let me know if you're thinking about getting a piercing, and you know, where would it be, if it's something that's PG, you know, and things of that nature, or if you want to leave a comment, and if you have any questions, you know, feel free to ask. So I think that's about it. So thank you so much for tuning in to today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Victorious J is out.